Hello everyone, welcome to this BizMates Words and Phrases video series. Today's idiom is against the grain. Okay? What does that mean? Grain, against it. We will find out, but first, let's do our test. Okay, so I say, I'm reading the newspaper and I say, I can't believe there was another political scandal. And you say? That's right. Politicians think they're above the law. They don't have to follow it. Perfect. I hope you got that. Okay, let's go on to today's idiom, against the grain. Now, here's what I sometimes hear. Okay, let's imagine that I am joining my first chore, the daily meeting, the regular meeting, the chore, okay? And I say to Taro, can I try something different in the next chore? I'm going to make an announcement a different way, not the usual way. So I'm trying to break the custom. And Taro says, you shouldn't ignore the normal custom. We have a process we follow every time. So to do something different is not so good in the chode. Okay? So I understand. You shouldn't ignore the normal custom. Now, this sentence is okay, but I'm not ignoring the normal custom. Okay? I'm trying to change the normal custom. Okay? And to change the custom, we could use, to say change the custom, we could use this idiom, like this. So if I say to Taro, hey, can I try something different in the next chode meeting? And he says, I wouldn't go against the grain if I were you. Very natural, okay? So he doesn't mention the word custom, okay? But I can understand with this idiom, okay, against the grain. So if you could imagine, like, if you shave, the hair on our face, it grows downward like this, right? And when you shave, you start from the top, and if you go down like this with a razor, it's very easy to shave. It's very smooth. But if you turn the razor upside down and try to go up like this, it's very difficult. It hurts because you are going against the direction of the hair, against the grain, against the normal custom. That's what it means, okay? So I wouldn't go against the grain if I were you, okay? Don't change the custom. Go with the grain, okay? I hope you got that. Okay, let's look at pronunciation. So I said, not I wouldn't go against, but it's I wouldn't go against the grain if I were you. I wouldn't go against the grain if I were you. You try. Good, okay? With my sentence, hey, can I try something different in the next chore meeting? Okay, I understand. Perfect. Okay, please remember this. And for homework, I will ask you, can I try something different in the next chore? And you say, that's right. I wouldn't go against the grain if I were you. Please remember this, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.